What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another tutorial by myself, Fallacy. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you a really cool way that you can construct your 1x1 to have the most opportunities to change it around and vary it to the situation that you're in. Okay, so when it comes down to building a quick 1x1, I think we can all agree that we do something like this. And then you would do that and put a ramp down to reinforce your structure. However, this way of building 1x1 is something that the Fortnite community likes to call turtling, where you've got a ramp over your head, you've got a floor over your head, and there's not much you can do except from hide yourself. Unfortunately, guys, by you making this 1x1, it's pretty much asking opponents to put pressure on your 1x1. This is not good for situations, especially when you're in low health. Okay, so now time to show you a few alternatives to this 1x1. So first of all, what you want to do is, instead of building a ramp like this, instead of doing that, you want to be building pyramids, because pyramids, you can build a ramp like this, you can build either two sides like that. There's a lot more situations you can do with it to protect yourself and keep yourself covered. So for the first method of how to do 1x1s I'm about to show you, the credit for this one goes out to Gazy. First of all, you want to build the 4 walls all around you like you normally do in any single 1x1. Now instead of a ramp, you want to place a pyramid down. With this pyramid, you want to get these 2 corners here, 1 and 1. Confirm that. On top of you want to place a pyramid and keep it exactly how it is. However, you've got these 2 walls here that trap you inside of it. What you want to do with these 2 walls, do this exact edit on both sides. Just like that. Now you can see here when I'm peeking out, you get to see a lot of the view. You can go under and see a lot of the view. Or if you're not satisfied with that, you can edit these 2 pieces as well, which makes the floor completely invisible and you can see all the way around. Now the reason why this method has the most advantage is that if you see here, if I'm a normal person looking at your 1x1, I can't really see much there, especially with metal. So when you're building this 1x1, you want to make sure it's out of metal, because you can see here that this rim of the metal pyramid blocks you from being seen. So let's go back to here. If I try to shoot through this bit, you can see there I'm going to end up hitting the roof and I can't really see properly where they are. However, if you're inside this 1x1, if I was standing the exact place that I was there, I can easily shoot them. Just to give you an example here, this gives you a huge advantage when using scope guns. So you can see without a scope, I really can't see my opponents. But as soon as I scope in, I can start damaging my opponents. Here, you can see it works with a sniper as well. Contrastingly, you can see if I was standing exact place that the guy that's shooting the pistol now, really annoyingly, was standing. Mate. Oh my god. Well, anyway, now that guy's out of here, I killed him. I'm going to stand in the exact place he was standing and try to aim in and see. So you can see there, I'm trying to shoot into there, but I'm having a hard time. It's always hitting the roof on top. Now, if you have to be very precise when you're doing this, and enemies doing this also leaves you a lot of space that you can shoot them in. They're trying to target themselves, slowly trying to find a way that they can get through. Even if they are able to shoot through, this is going to take them a long time to do. So you can take advantage of that and kill opponents that are standing exactly like I am right now. Now, I haven't tested yet what it's like against grenade launchers or RPG, so this is going to be a first time for both of us. Let me get hands on an RPG. There we go. Now, let's see if I can get it through that gap. Okay, let's see the damage it done. So what happened here is the RPG hit this bit and I'll be standing behind. The RPG wouldn't do any damage to me and I'll be pretty safe. But for the more important thing, grenade launcher spam. Let's see how that works. The main purpose of this test is to see if I can slip a grenade through that little gap. Okay, so that one rebounded out. Okay, I found that very hard to slip a grenade into there, but after 2 grenades, your cover will be destroyed. So in this situation, you need a way to escape. Now I'll show you how to escape from this type of 1x1. So to escape from a spam situation, I'm going to show you 2 methods for this. The first one's called turbo building. A lot of you will see this in my previous Instagram tutorial, but it's very useful for grenade launcher spam. Basically what it consists of is just hovering over, looking at the ground, and turbo building a pyramid. So when it blows up, you're just under the pyramid and you cannot take any damage. Here's a clip. So I just go into the pyramid, then they won't be able to get me. You can see I can just continually do this forever. However, if turbo wielding isn't your cup of tea and you like something more aggressive, don't worry, I've got you covered. So all you want to do is go to the back of this pyramid. As soon as you hear those grenades being spammed, you want to go out like this, place the floor there and here. Now you can see that this bit of the pyramid is covering you, and you can get a right hand peek on your opponents, which can be via AR and something like that. Now the main reason as to why I have a floor placed here as well is because if grenades somehow do manage to slip through, this floor keeps you covered and makes sure the grenades don't hit you. Also, a bonus tip for you if you don't want to do any of these because you're running out of mats and you want to escape, is you want to go back to the old 1x1s, just like this. You want to turtle up just like you'll see in the scrims. For some reason, I'm a bit laggy right now. You just want to do things like that, want to edit through, and just keep on building things like that. Enough of these, or two or three, will get you away and give you enough cover to retreat, med up, and get back into the fight. But the second 1x1 tip I'm about to show you is going to look something like this. Maybe not this high, but it's basically just faking out your opponents to think that you're on a higher level than you actually are. So let me quickly build this. So the downside of doing this trick that I'm about to show you, you can't just do 90s to get up like this. You have to actually build all the way around. The reason as to why you can't just do 90s is because when you actually do drop down and trick your opponents, they'll be able to see you rebuilding the bottom bits and see exactly where you are. So what you want to do is just build around like this, keep building 360s just like that. Okay, let's say we get up to this floor, build a ramp, maybe peek once or twice just to fool them. But when you've done that, my game's really laggy right now, but what you want to do is drop down maybe just 1 or 2 levels. This example, I'm just going to drop down this level. Now edit that ramp and break it. Instead of that ramp, what you want to have here is a pyramid. With this pyramid, you want to edit this side and then put a window on. What this does is gives you right hand peek once again, and it also allows them to think you're up there. And if you quickly edit this, you can get a free shot at them whilst they're peeking at you up there because they think you're going to peek out. Now once again, just like the other trick, if you're not satisfied with peeking just yet, you're going to edit these 4 corners once again, and you can see all the way around to see exactly where your opponents are. Okay, so from an opponent's point of view, if you're any normal person, you would be looking up to see where they're going to be building, and you would always be looking at the top. When you're doing that, you're focusing on the red dot in the middle of your scope right there. What you won't realise is that when they drop down, if they quickly do it quick enough, you won't be able to move your sights down that quickly and line yourself up to shoot through that small little gap there in time before they get their free shot off at you. However guys, out of these two, I think the first 1x1 is the best one to do, as it costs a lot less mats, and also it's a lot easier to escape from it and attack your opponents whilst they can't really attack you. The 2 tips that I've shown you today mainly revolve around metal, so why not balance it out with a bit of wood, just in case you run out of metal in game. So what you want to do for this is just build your number 1x1, and then edit this ramp just like that, and then edit the top 3 pieces of that wall. I'll explain why you do that in a second. So this 1x1 tip is useful when you're on high ground on opponents, because if you're not on high ground, your head's going to get taken off. Anyway, what you want to do here is climb up to the top bit. You're looking down on opponents right here. Now the reason why you have your wall edited like that is because if you had it full edited, you couldn't be able to look through this little gap here, but when you have it edited down like that, it's still providing a bit of cover and you can also look down. So what you're going to do is line yourself up with the bit where your opponent is, uncrouch and shoot, uncrouch and shoot, just like that. Once you get used to crouch peeking just like that, it's a pretty simple thing to do and can also save your life whilst you're shooting opponents but they can't shoot you. Before I get to the outro of this video, I think it's quite a cool thing that I'm going to implement to my videos. At the end of every video now, I'm going to show you a cool fact. It can be useful or useless. For this video, I'm going to do a useless fact. So inside the Junk Junction, there are 552 cars stacked. I counted that one myself. At that point in time, I really didn't have anything to do in my life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. So that takes me to the end of this video. Before you leave, let me just say a few things that can really help me out. First of all, please use my supporter creator code ITSFALLACYIG. That will be on the screen right now. By doing that, what happens is when you buy a skin, I get 5% of the earnings from that skin. And yeah, it really helps me out a lot, so I do appreciate if you put that in. And the final thing to mention is something very original that no YouTuber said before. I definitely haven't said that in a different video as well. But if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like, turn post notifications on, and if you're new around here, press that subscribe button for more daily tutorials. I really appreciate all you guys that watch this, and I do hope it helps you out. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.